I'm on my way to complete a delivered delivery. It's a $30 payout. It was $202 subtotal of food. And I had to use 3 bags. They do have boxes, which is good. With the guac shop, you get a lot of food for the money. You know, beans, rice, the shredded beef and the chicken. The way they do it, you get a lot for your money. This is the delivered delivery that I delivered today. These are the steps I had to walk to get that food upstairs, and I made the trip 3 times. The food was on the lighter side, thank goodness. You see my cart at the end of the staircase, and I had to walk up all those steps, and I went to the left and placed it on the table. This is why I won't take large orders anymore, because every now and then you deliver to a location like this, and I have to know that I can complete the job myself. I got a good one. It took about 30 minutes after my delivered delivery, $33.19. The drop off is close by, and I'm accepting it. It's in Farmingdale. I already reviewed the order. Let's preview the shopping list. Eggs, some drinks, Pepperidge Farm stuff, some condensed milk, lettuce, rosemary. Notice one thing, no turkey on here, no stuffing, no gravy, just extra stuff you need. So this seemed like a good one for me. I found most of the items, no locatelli, long gone. And the app didn't tell me to choose a substitution, and I learned from a Spark representative, a higher up, got on the phone with me a while ago and told me that the only time the substitution option will show is when a customer sets it up that way. They didn't have it, they didn't want anything else. Same thing with this Boston garlic and fine herbs. It's their original flavor, long gone. They have all the other flavors, and they said that's gone too. But I did get everything else. And I'll discuss the baking aisle in a moment. Let me get on the self-checkout and get out of here. And good thing I have extra bags in my car. Now I'm going to swipe review complete. Why? I'm just about to walk up to the self-checkout, and the customer had plenty of time to decline that substitution. So she liked it. Here we go. Review complete. Perfect. You're done shopping. Yup. Continue. I was told self-checkout 17, 18, 19, and 20 are for Spark only. So maybe that's why they do that, because the Wi-Fi over there is no good. So I'm getting on to another self-checkout. Yup, the Wi-Fi came back on. I bet you that's partially why they do that. I get it. In Farmingdale store, 17, 18, 19, and 20, self-checkout are for Spark people only. So here we go. Good to go. Let's do it. This order, I bumped into a delivered friend when I first started delivered. His name is Brian. We chit-chatted for 5 minutes. He's completing 4 Sparks after he completed a delivered delivery. This is a customer. This is for a customer, this order. So he's picking up a turkey for a customer, the day before. So I'm sure a lot of the Spark people are picking up turkeys. If he completes 4 deliveries, he gets a $42 bonus. And he said once he finished this one, he was done for the day. The store had a lot of turkeys, considering it was the day before Thanksgiving. They had a lot of turkeys still ready to be sold. They were all over the store. The store, it wasn't that busy. I expected it to be a lot more hustle and bustle, and it wasn't. However, the baking aisle, the store associate, Kathleen, the woman, all I witnessed her doing is she helped me. All she did was assist multiple customers at the same time. She knew exactly what all the baking products were. She knew exactly what was out, letting them know. Oh, and the Spark people and their apps. She was helping people match the product to the product in the app. When I mean this woman was 5 people, I wonder if they know what they have, because that's exhausting. And she was just, I guess, she's so used to it. She is so good at her job. I don't know her. I just made sure I looked at her name tag because I wanted to give her a shout out. Unbelievable how busy the baking aisle was. This is a really pretty place. This lady was really cool. I like how they decorate outside their door. Many places like that. This is the type of place I want to spend my later years. They have many common grounds. That woman was cool. She was wheelchair bound though, but she was really hip. She understood everything I said to her. I told her how the baking aisle was really busy. The 3 products, I had to make a substitution. And the other 2 they didn't have. And she was like, oh, understandable. Senior citizens, they utilize these apps. It is so pretty. And this is just a part of the building. And they have their morning activity, the activity for during the day, all listed on all these. Oh, they have a library there. Oh, that's really nice. I don't want to walk away all the way around. To my left here, I don't want to put the people on the camera. They're playing games and they're cozy. They're on furniture like that. Really nice. This is where I'm at. The residences at Plainview by Chelsea Senior Living. This place is really nice. It's beautiful. It's not overkill, but it's very nice. This is just one of the balconies, and they have a little patio, and this is the entrance to the main lobby area, and they have a front desk person, and she helped me because I needed guidance. There's 3 floors in this place. I'm going to discuss living comfortably as a senior citizen. I'm so grateful that I ignored everybody telling me, just gotta work, don't have any passion, don't have any vision. I feel like I'm one of the lucky ones that I know I can live very comfortable the second half of my life. I mean, I have another 25 years to go before I hit this level. These are hip senior citizens, but this is what money buys you. When I first started working DoorDash, I delivered to a senior place. I didn't know what it was at first. It was a rehabilitation area, but building, but people lived there too, and they were well in their 90s, utilizing the apps then. Now I'm talking 7 years ago. When I mean top of the line, this place was top of the line. They had street signs. They had, it seemed like the outside was inside. When you live like that and you have money, you have freedom. You have freedom. Even though you're older and you can't just jump and run the way you used to, you have that type of freedom. This is a freedom kind of lifestyle. I see seniors getting in their cars, but they need the walkers. Many of them are on wheelchairs. But look at that comfort. And that was just a part of this building. This is very pretty. This is really nice. This is how I would want to live if I didn't live in a house, with these kind of comforts. Now, I've delivered to many places that people are living their last years in. I'm not going to mention the locations because I don't want anyone messing with me, but I've been in those facilities. it's a whole different world. You don't have freedom. They want you in your room when it's time to close down the day. This is a type of place, I already know it. I mean, they had activities up until 12 at night on the screen. You have freedom, but inside and safe, you're safe. I've delivered to places that it's very regimented. You will be living off of UBI. Those are the type of people that are living off of government assistance. They have just enough. They get a little Social Security. They get government assistance. It's, you know, an old home facility. And it's nothing like this. It's like, it reminded me of a cafeteria at a high school. You know, you don't have these kind of comforts. I'm really grateful that I know I can live like this, because I would think this is pricey. Their balconies are beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. It's very pretty. I'm just so impressed because everyone was like, hello, I'll hold that for you. And people walking around, and they're just older, but they have freedom, and they're chit-chatting, and they're doing their thing. Freedom. That's a key word there, freedom. Money, having enough money to live like this is freedom. Comfort. I moved out of that woman's way. But when I delivered, so many times, I'm like, I would never want to live my later years like this. You know, walking into the other places I've delivered to. My God. I mean, I was just like, I would never want to live like that. Ever. Just, I'm sure they're cared for, but it's a bare minimum. It's bare minimum. I want this. And at least now I know I can have this. I'm really grateful. This is really nice. Very well kept. It's not overkill. But they're not poor, that's for sure. And you walk into that area, and there's all benches there. That's so pretty. It's such a pretty cubby hole into the lobby. And the woman's apartment was, I say, 2.5 sizes larger than mine. I mean, she had a full living room, a nice sized kitchen, a very roomy bathroom, because everything was open. And I could see a bed. I mean, she had a lot of room. And when you walked in the door, the foyer area, I guess wheelchair bound, you would need that kind of space. Oh yeah, that's probably too. The doorways are very open. There's no doors. So there's a door in the bathroom. I think there was a door in the bedroom. But the other rooms were open. Very nice. The pantry was just beautiful next to the kitchen. It was like just its own private room, everything easy accessible, and a big wide door that you could roll right in. This place was nice. You learn stuff like this when you're, you know, delivering. And I'll tell you, I've been in many places. I go, this is the bare minimum kind of place. You don't plan for your future. You live off of Social Security. You live off of a savings that can't keep up with inflation. You're going to live in a place like that you're lucky you're being taken care of at all. I know some people like to live in a house. In my later years, I would like to live in a place like that. I know I will be able to afford everything that comes with that. The meals, the freedom, the comforts. This was a pretty place. That was only a part, one section of the building that I showed you. And there were many, I didn't put the people on camera because I didn't think that was right. But they were lounging in the lounge room playing games, you know, table games, card games, whatever they were playing, but on quality furniture. And there were a couple people lounging on their recliners in the common area. And there were people walking around working. And the woman at the front desk was so nice to me when I walked in. And you had to be let in, you know. It really was a beautiful, it really is a beautiful way to live. the comforts of having upscale furniture, amenities, and that kind of, lifestyle. Now, in my building, now, I'm really grateful for the chapter I had here. And I bitched as a young person. I was a little fearful. My parents, if I wanted to stay there for the rest of my life, they would have let me. They didn't want me to move out. Then once then life changes and you do it. But the one good thing about bitching until my mid-20s, at least I bought something when I moved. And that was a very smart move. This chapter was great. This building that I live in, I'm just sharing how I see it. It's dated. I don't ask to be on the board anymore. Over the years, I have asked. They have turned me down. I don't even know why they put the notices on my door anymore, because now I don't care. And my place is pretty much empty. And with my time off in December, I plan on wrapping things up, even more so, bubble wrap. I already have the plastic containers. I'm already planning for my future. But I have a safe place to sleep. I'm warm in the winter, cool in the summer. I can stay at my mom's if I want to. The building, the place I was at today, there was several locations of elevators. This was a 3-floor, I think it was 3 floors. The elevator had 3 floors. I don't know what was on the 3rd floor, but I went to the 2nd floor. And the hallway's gorgeous. And another perk to a place like that, when it's bad weather outside, a lot of natural light, beautiful common grounds, plenty of game rooms, and an exercise room, and a library. You can walk around and walk miles to get exercise in a place like that. I should have showed you more of the hallways. They were beautiful. They were extra wide, gorgeous, comfort living. Now, they have at least 3 elevators in a place like that. When I got back to my place, this has been going on for the past few years at least, and the elevator constantly goes out, and this year it's been going out constantly. There comes a time that you have to replace the whole elevator, and you have to replace the mechanism. Nothing lasts forever, no matter how much you try to keep the life of something like that living on. There comes a time you got to replace it. I deliver to buildings all the time. I know I've been in 90% of the buildings in Freeport. I've been in buildings that have no elevators, and I guess that's pre-war. Was that World War I or II? There's no elevators in some of the buildings in Freeport. Then there's some buildings that were built before this building that I live in, and they've all been upgraded, and that includes the elevator, and that includes deep cleaning, and that includes taking off the black, thick trim around the doors. Some of these buildings have been upgraded, and that includes a security system when you ring in. You can't get in because they have to see you. You have to speak to them. You know what I mean? They have to see you. It's a different, it's not just a key. My place is dated. I come home today. And it's weird how this happened. How I recorded that footage of that senior living and just talking about that topic. And when I got home today, I had to run and get the super because a man slipped while he was walking up the stairs. And I'll show you a picture. I'm not going to show you his face, but I got him. I had to go get the super to get the man off the ground. He didn't even make it up. He just made it up the first flight of steps from the basement. He's older, he's frail, has bad knees. There's only one elevator in a building like this. It's small. And I don't want to be that when I'm older. I don't want to be that. I want more. And I lived without for a long time to live a very comfortable lifestyle in the second half of my life. And thank God I did, because I know I will be able to afford very comfortable, taking care of senior years. I know I will be. I don't want to be in a house by myself when I know what's out there, but it costs money to have those type of amenities and have all those backups and have that upscale upgrade of senior living. And the super got him up and he was like, I'm just slow. He fell. So I took a picture, not his face, but the super's legs and his feet on the steps. So now I'm going to show you that. And I think I have one more video clip that I said on the road, and we'll call it a day. I believe because the super was here, he helped this man. I was going to lift him up, but I was nervous. I was going to tell his wife to stand where you see the steps are, just in case when I lifted him, he might go down. You know, that puts me in an uncompromising position, because if something happened to him while I'm helping him, am I, responsible? I guess liable for that? It shouldn't be. I know things happen, but the elevator has been going out for 3 years. So thank God this really nice super. I get along with him great, and I respect him very much. He ran right up those steps, and he got that man up. Thank goodness. Look at this. Tim Hortons. That's always been in the gas stations. Well, for the past at least 5 years. But Moe's. They're moving Moe's into a gas station. And around my area, they've put Burger King's into another brand gas station. This is the wave of the future of fast food, I believe. Here we go. It's just not worth being out here. It just took too long to do everything. I'm lucky I broke my $65. I'm like, oh my God. Too much traffic. The stores aren't as busy as I expected them to be. It's too much traffic. There's a lot of traffic out there, and people are rushing around. More so than they usually do. Because it's the holiday season. They have a lot to do. I don't have to panic like that. I'm taking full advantage. It takes a while to adjust to being calm and not running around and being content and just enjoying the time. So I'm here at a liquor store that it's not in my area, but I was heading home, and this guy is great. I'll show it to you in a moment. He deserves a shout out. I actually come out of my way when I'm in this area if I know I need something, because the guy that works in this store, I'm not sure if it is his store, but he's so great. Great customer service. I'm towns away. I live towns away. I said on the way home I'll go to my favorite liquor store. He's really good. I'm going to get 2 bottles of wine. I'm going to someone's house for Thanksgiving. My mom's making some sides. I'm going to do a little cooking at home so I have leftovers for the weekend. They'll send me home with a little package of turkey, and I'll take my mom's side, whatever she has left over, and I'm just going to enjoy the time and get things done that I need to get done at home. That's for sure. And I can. So enjoy your Thanksgiving, and I'll upload a video eventually. Have a good one. Bye, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. I believe this is North Jerusalem. I think the Belmore, East Meadow area. Well, you can check it out. That's the place. Wine and Spirits. His name is Riki. And I go out of my way to do business with Riki because he knows how to improve business. He knows how to make the sales. This guy is great. I started coming here because I started picking up for Uber Eats. And I witnessed them just last year. They were giving their customers, him and someone else, in the corner of the store. The store, they had like a half a dozen people in there. People were buying a bunch of stuff. And they had a couple of men on the side. And they were thanking them for their business. And they were giving them a gift. And thanking them for being steady customers. And the 2 men were so touched. That's the way it should be. That's a good thing. Just like when you work for an employer. I remember years ago, the big deal of us laying out money to get bosses gifts. We're the struggling ones. We're putting money in our bosses' pockets. They should be giving us gifts and not complaining about it. I remember many times places would have big Christmas parties and treat people to dinner and, have a night out on the town or something like that when I was in the business. And I saw that whittling away and bosses feeling sorry for themselves and actually, you know, talking to their workers like their hardships are so much worse than their workers. I think back, it makes me sick. I really do. I'm sickened by it. If you were something exceptional, I guess I'd be a little more eager to take care of you, but we worked for them. They should be taking care of their staff. And I saw that going away as if they were doing us a favor. Meanwhile, I witnessed this last year, how this business, these two men were like, thank you. Like they were looking at each other. I don't think they knew each other, but they happened to be in the store and they pulled them over and they were giving them gifts like gift cards and their favorite bottle and thanking them for bringing so much business to his business. And it was refreshing. That's the way it should be. So I'm going in. I'm going to say, Riki, how's it going? Guy's great. So check out this place. They do really good business.